rise one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Yo, it's your boy David Benton. I'm going beyond the fence. You know, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child, and I understood as a child, you know what I mean? But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Yeah, I went from a male to a mentor. Good guy gone bad, I was never bad. Just hustling and grinding for what I never had. Sassy soul in my first pack, I never look back. Baking soda and water, show me how to cook crack. Hennessy and weed, chillin' with the hood rats. Had to chill, ecstasy pills, I let my book bag look. I did what I did as a kid, so stand down. Got caught with my pants down. Now I'm a man now. Nobody fronted me. Never asked for handouts. I was low key. Never had to stand out. School of hard knocks. Never been the class clown. This part of my background. I'm talking the facts now. People know me. Considered as the OG. Where emotions won't control me. Immaturity don't provoke me. Look, because of the old me, I owe me. Troy G, JT, Big Brad was there. Took a soul me. Yeah. Up in the trenches with the killers and hustlers. On the realer, you can be a killer and still be a buster. Fed my pit bulls hard white, no cut on the butter. Turned against me undercover, now my kids gotta suffer. 10 of life, one conspiracy, no justice at all. They gave me 15 years, a homie claim he ain't mumble it all. I touched down, they realized I didn't fumble the ball. Staggered a little bit because of the fall. I didn't stumble and fall. Kept my head up, educated myself. Heard my pit bulls growling, contemplating my death. I cried myself, felt like I was living in hell. My cellie told me to thank God that I'm living in well. To get a grip on yourself, live instead of exist, to make a better decision. Helping the children, put them in better position. Seeing none just listen, give them a vision, keeping them out of these prisons. Yeah.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Welcome to another beautiful Sunday right here on Elation Network, Beyond the Radio. And I am your host, David. And I am in the building. Yes, through it all, I'm still smiling. You know how we do it up here on Beyond the Radio. We understand that you go through hardships and hard times, but understand who you are. Do you believe in you? We know God believes in you, but do you believe in you? We know you believe in God, but do you believe in you? So sometimes you got to look in the mirror and just smile and be thankful for who you are and what you got. Do you feel me? Yeah.
We got a wonderful show tonight. So let's see who else is in the building with us. Jerry, Truto, Allen, are you in the building?
I'm in the building. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah.
Blessings, my brother. How you been doing, man? We missed you last week, man. We love you. Hey, everybody, all the listeners, man, we all came together on one accord, and we gave you all positive energy, great vibes, and full of prayers, man, because we know that God had you, brother. How you been?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. Thank y'all for the prayers. I'm back. Full throttle. I'm going to say it. I'm full throttle, man. Feeling good. Before I get started, y'all, I've got to give a birthday shout out to my wife, my lovely wife, Amanda. I mean, man, we had a wonderful birthday gathering yesterday. Oh, man. So I want to give a shout out to my queen. Keep you strong.
I mean, well, Truto, it wouldn't be right if you didn't at least sing a happy birthday to Amanda right here on Beyond the Radio. Because you are an artist, my brother. And you know,
yes,
right
sir.
here, this could be your time to go platinum. Right here on Beyond the Radio. Right now, Truto, before your single come out, you can start right now with a flow for your lovely wife on her birthday and bust happy birthday for your wife. Can we hear it, Truto?
I'm gonna bust a happy birthday song just for my wife. Y'all ready? Happy
Are we ready? We ready.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Amanda. Happy birthday to you. And I'm going to tell y'all, she's sitting right behind me, and she is smiling, y'all. She is smiling. I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy birthday.
Man, happy birthday, Miss Amanda. Happy birthday, Miss Jerry Truto, Allen's wife.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing, brother, because it's definitely always about family up here, man. It's definitely a family-oriented show, and it's great to be a part of a family-oriented network, man. It's beautiful, brother. So, man, what y'all going to do for the birthday, man? What y'all do or what y'all going to do? What's been going on for the birthday?
Well, yesterday we had an impromptu barbecue for a lot of the family came over. And man, we had a great time. I believe that's pretty much all we gonna do. I think we're about done birthdayed out now, but we had a great time yesterday.
Right. Yeah, man. I had a good time as well today, man. I was with my niece and some more of my family members and her fiance. Today was his birthday, and we celebrated today, man. And it was a beautiful thing, man, because we got a chance to play some good music. And before I get into that good music, we want to send a special shout out to Shay Samuels. She's still resting. She's still doing a lot of things. Her EP, I Choose to Worship EP, y'all have to go check it out. It is on all digital outlets. Anything, wherever you want to find, wherever your favorite place to find music, I promise you will find the place that is. But she definitely need a rest, man, because she works. Sometimes she get on overload.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
Yeah. It's like, man, you know, she had like 12 different shows at one point in time, man. Like, I was like, who are you? Like, how can you do this? This is not humanly possible, you know?
She's
so,
a machine.
brother, man, we gonna be, oh, man, yes. So, man, we just going to get straight into it, Truto, man. Today is a beautiful day. The David Benton, my EP, my project came out, Boys to Men. And the first song we heard was called Boys to Men. And I just want to get straight into our topic because that's really what it's based on. We had talked about this before, but I want to get more in depth with Boys to Men, because even though my project is out on all digital outlets as well, please, you can stream it for free on Pandora. I would definitely appreciate it. It's definitely a blessing. And I was up front. People know my story. The ones who don't, my name is David Benton. I did 13 years federal prison, selling drugs. I was a part of a Vice Lord gang. I went in one way. I was behind the fence. Came home 2015. Now I'm beyond the fence. I'm not behind the fence. And now I become a better version of myself. I walk upon that narrow path. And here I am today, being able to tell my story, just going from a boy to a man. When you think about boy to a man, because I don't want to talk about yet why I wrote the song and what it meant to me, but you are on this project as well. So when it comes from going to from a boy to a man, because we have to understand this applies for women too, because like we had said before, you have a girl to a woman. But right now, I just want to focus on man, because our men have been really taken out the picture, and we're not looked at as important. We're not looked at as much value as we once had. And there's a reason behind it, but we have to be educated, got to have the knowledge, so that we'll be able to move forward in a proper direction. So guess what? Then we can be in the win-win column. But right now we're fighting, and we're in the lose-lose column or the win-lose column. And if you think you won and another person lost in your culture to build and strengthen your community so you can have better and have a network around you, well, you're still losing, because you only really like push somebody like aside instead of bringing them up with you. So when it comes to boys to men, it's really deeper than just saying, okay, it's time to be, you're grown now. So when it comes to that, Truto, a boy to a man, what resonates with you first?
Well, you know, man, when you're looking at it, I always look at it as the experience that you go through. You know, like we were talking about earlier, you know, when you think about it, you go to the Bible, you look at Joseph, and you just watch the experiences from the age of 17. First, we know him being incarcerated, and we know slavery is incarceration as well. But he's right there at 17 years old to go all the way until he's 30, and he becomes second in command. And these experiences and his level of maturity came with a lot of, you know, as we say, from a boy to a man, our experiences really give us a lot of responsibility. And when you're maturing as a man, you have responsibilities to other folks. Your decisions and the way that you think, it's just not about you, it's about others. And you grow up in this knowing, because you look at the mindset, he, even at a young age, his mindset was, his mind wasn't incarcerated. He still, you know, he relied on that gift. You know, what could he do? He interpret dreams. You're like, wow, okay. And then he takes this gift that God has given him. He took the value of this gift, and as he matured to become second in command, you know, there's some big shoes to fill. And he made good decisions, great decisions as a second in command. And even his brothers and them didn't recognize him. And, you know, with maturity,
hey, I want to stop you on that. I want to stop you. I want to stop you right there. I want to make a quick point. Let's go back to Joseph. Let's go back to the Genesis, right? Let's talk about that, because you brought up Joseph. So going from a boy to a man, let's talk about Joseph, because Joseph was at that point in time before Benjamin. He was the youngest at that time. Mm-hmm. So he was actually like the 11th of 12 sons of a wealthy nomad named Jacob, right? And you know, it was Rachel, had a wife named Rachel, and in the book, it's in Genesis, chapters 37 through 50 is the story of Joseph. Anyone want to look it up? And Joseph was like Jacob's favorite. He really favored Joseph more than the other children, and the children felt betrayed, right? They felt betrayed because Jacob was more in the house, and they was more out there tilling the ground. And by Joseph was so young at the time. He was in the house with his mom and his dad. Well, you know, he would go out to the field and he would just tell his brothers, you know, what to do. He sent a word from his dad, but a lot of it was just looking at a little kid, just looking at his big brothers, and you know how kids tease their brothers and all that. But they started having animosity, and once they sold him into slavery, he was so young and having an adolescent mind, and me being incarcerated at one point in time, I understand what he can go through. Only thing you think about is how you was betrayed by your family, how you gonna get through the day. And the Bible say, train your child in the ways of the Lord. When he get older, he won't depart from it. And that's what Joseph had to stand on. He had to depend on that because you got to understand he was closest to his dad. So just think the elevation, all the teachings that he got. Now he holding the principles. He holding the principles of the word close to him. Now, because in today, right here in 2020, our Bible say, don't just be a reader of the word, but be a doer. Yes. So growing up, Joseph had the opportunity to be taught with love, and he educated him into who he was, how he could be a better version of himself. But as we see in his story in the book of Genesis, that it was a growing process, and it didn't come in one day. It didn't come in 2 days. It didn't even come in 10 years. It was a process, but it was a process that he had to go through. And it's important because we all have our, what we would call our boys to men moment. And it's just a transition of the mind to go from one transition, you know, to transition from one thought process to another. But he didn't stay stagnated, right? Because the gift was already in him. He had the gift to interpret dreams, right? We all dream, but he had the gift to actually interpret it. So it's not like he was walking around and saying, look, I know dreams. But while he was incarcerated, an opportunity came for him to be able to use his dream and to use his gift to interpret dreams and be effective. See, now we're going somewhere. We all have gifts, but are we using them effectively, right? Because his heart was in the right place to really help and be a part of the solution, and we would definitely talk more about that solution because we're going to go to a music break.
All right.
We're going to go to a music break. We're going to do a couple of selections because we want to talk about that. Now he went somewhere. He interpreted the dream. Now his life is about to change because his gift was used to honor a purpose. And see, we can say God, honor God, but see, guess what? When you follow the purpose, it's always God's plans for us, right? So what's understood will have to be explained. We make it too hard, make it very difficult in life. We have to relax our minds, be at ease, meditate a little more because when we pray, we talk too much.
Even Jesus meditated. After you talk, you have to get an answer. And that's a part of your growth, going from a boy mind state to a man mind state. And that's what Joseph had to go through. He had to grow in prison. And a lot of us are growing with the imprisonment because we're in prison in our minds. And it's a growth process. So we're still babes unconsciously. But let's go to a music break because it's the meantime. It's the project. It's the project time.
Do you have an upcoming event? Well, I encourage you to book Beyond the Fence family for an amazing experience. Beyond the Fence is a talented group of men and women who have toured the world to display their talents of song and ministry. Did I forget to mention multi-award winners? They're your one-stop shop for making your event the best in the city. Book Beyond the Fence today at beyondthefence.org. Click menu, then contact. Beyond the Fence, your audience will thank you.
Truto, what's up, DB? I think we're gonna make them swag it out to this one. Yeah. They gonna dance to this one. I can see that. Yeah.
Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. You say you're real with it, so real with it. Then you be your big gun chillin' it. dick, cause you don't know who you dealing with. Show me some respect, cause I ain't cleaning with the silliness. Surrounded by the fake, you don't really get it. Never compromise for some dividends. I did it before, but I never will again. Asking God for the forgiveness for my sins. I'm a child of the king, yes, I'm a child of the king. The devil can shatter my dreams. Good ground is where plant my seeds, yeah. I got plenty muscle, grinding and easy hustle. Been in the struggle, been in the dungeon, but only a chief for the lunches. Homie, the road with the punches. All people perish for the lack of knowledge. Why you think we attracted violence? College, it ain't for everybody. Some intelligence, stack your wallet. I been real, told you I'm cold like a windshield. Roll like a big wheel, spinning like windmills, and we will. Give me some love, give me respect, give me respect. Give me my God, give me some space, and give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.
Everything they do is in the face you close and I can see the pose. I told you, they act so holy, act like they don't know me. Mess up my energy, offensive, religiously, unevenly yoked. They don't mix with my chemistry. You profit out of the pocket, speaking in riddles all off topic. Planet starships and rockets, spinning the word bicycle sprocket. What is your option, heaven or hell? So what I dwell will I prevail? It's the time to get it close, I am a saved by the bell. Purposely ordained to carry the day. Baptized in the joy and pain, not a slave, turning the pain. Toss a car, breaking the tape. Chopping it out like I get to it, ain't easy being Truto. Only go, fill the room, now I'm packing all the things. Silicon T, I think it's all needed. Fact the opinion, give me a minute. Everything good come from God. Throw an order off to me, you bop my head like the baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybe. Keep on walking in the light, while the rest be so shaky. They can love me, hate me, the blood is thicker than gravy. Two on the word, better take that. Shocking amazing grace, covers the room, ready, set. Boom, he ain't dead, you heard what I said, the living bread, go check the tune. The bridegroom's returning soon, dang.
Give me some love, give me respect, give me respect. Give me my God, give me some space, and give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Can wash away my sins and nothing.
We are back.
Oh, we are in the building. Yes,
It's like
yes. Truto.
Yes, sir.
We celebrate tonight, Boys to Men. It is out. The project is outdated. Benton Boys to Men project is out. You can find it on all digital outlets. Please go to Pandora, support it. It will definitely bless you. And we were talking about, as Boys to Men, you had mentioned the story of Joseph. And here's the thing, and we had left off on, you was talking about his dreams, right? And when he was incarcerated, he met two gentlemen. One was a wine taster and the other one was a baker, right? And he did interpret their dreams. And when he interpreted their dreams, he was accurate. And due to his accuracy, he was blessed in a high position because someone really, like, he had told the guy, like, listen, don't forget to mention me. I helped you. Well, he never mentioned them until it was time for him to get into a position. So when he came into a tight position, then he said, you know what, there's a guy I know that I was incarcerated with that can interpret dreams. So for self-gain then, but still it helped Joseph, right? Because of Joseph's heart, he used it for the right reason. And the reason I brought this up was because of this. Now we got to go back in time. Because, see, that was his transition of going from his manhood now. See, when he did it, now he incarcerated. He'd been incarcerated for a while. He had time to mature. He had time to grow. Because I've been in incarceration. And a lot of us understand this is a spiritual thing because people are incarcerated in their minds today, right? We have a spirit, but you got to be set free spiritually. So the thing with Joseph, why he was going through that, a lot of people that's incarcerated, a lot of them just be existing. But instead, Joseph decided to live. He lived by the principles of the scriptures coming from his dad's mouth, the word, right? And then having them teachings and the principles from his dad, his homegrown. So and then he had applied some of the knowledge he already learned from the people that's right there in Egypt with him. So he learned a new language, a new culture, a new way of living. So now he's transitioning. He sees the world is bigger than the world he come from. So now this is when he start growing. See, now he started educating himself. Now he's not only getting older in age, but he's maturing because now he got to make conscious decisions because the decisions that he made in the past led him to this position. Now, a lot of times you want to blame the brothers, and yes, they are at fault. But then you got to go back in time because now we got to go back to the adolescent stage when he was a dreamer. Now let's go back when they was out in the field and they was sitting down and it was all the brothers and the dad, and Joseph interpreted the dream. And he said that, he had the sun, the stars, and the moon, and all of them bowed down to his star. Now his dad is looking like, so you saying I'm going to bow down to you, your mother and your brothers? And everybody thought that was a big joke. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what are we going to bow down to you? Like, are you serious, son? Because you got to understand what time this was in. It was very disrespectful. He's not even the firstborn. So for him to say that was way too bold, and it appeared to be very arrogant and full of himself. So the brothers was envious because of that. They couldn't accept that. You got to understand, they don't know. Got to understand, we don't know what's in your mind now. Mind is spirit. Thought is spirit. I can't see your thoughts. You can't see mine. It's a spirit. Only you see your thoughts and make your thoughts manifest. So he had a gift back then in his boyhood, but he used his gift inaccurately. He used it prematurely. Because even though he had the gift, he didn't have the experience, like you just said, Truto. He didn't have the maturity. See, he used his gift. And a lot of us today, the problem is, we have a hard time, our men, especially in the households, we have a hard time going from boy to manhood because, see, right there we have the gifts. And I'm talking about inside the church, right? We have these gifts, but we use them prematurely. See, we have gifts, but we haven't learned enough. We haven't have enough knowledge to be able to apply it effectively so people can be blessed. But, see, he didn't bless them. He only made them feel less superior than him because he said they're going to bow. Even though he was accurate, he said it prematurely. And then once he went to prison, went through a transition, he grew in maturity, in knowledge, wisdom. Now he made a wise choice. Now he's more mature. He used his gift, and with that intent, he ended up being second in command right up under Pharaoh. It's just like having the president, and he just become the vice president coming out of prison. Now, that's what you call integrity and going from a boy to a man. What you think about that, Truto?
Man, I agree with it all, man. I also look at the point when he's seen his brothers them again, the forgiveness. The forgiveness, the maturity that it took for the forgiveness, and he didn't use that, what he had been through, against them. And that really shows us in today's time, especially us going from a boy to a man. I love you spoke about the household, us as men in our household, being able to make decisions where we have to learn forgiveness. And, forgiveness is something that we have to hold highly in respect because sometimes being a mature man, you have to make decisions of forgiveness. Joseph forgave him. He loved him. Even though he had went through what he had went through, but it had brought him where he was at. So us as boys to men, our households are very, very important and very vital. And at times when we definitely, being a mature man, you become a teacher to your children. You know, you have to teach your young men, look, as you grow in experience, you understand forgiveness, growing your mind frame in a way and mindset to look at things and say, okay, look, I forgive you. I love you. And let's build our families. And especially, like we said, we speak on the boards to men, but we also take it from girls to women as well in our household. Learning to grow in maturity and not let things of the world weigh our mind down, because you said it, David, you said it. A lot of times it's our mind is incarcerated. Our minds won't transition to a different way of thinking, to a maturity level. And then years go by of experience, you learn to make mature decisions. You learn to love in places where you feel like when I was younger I wouldn't have did that, but I'm mature now. I'm a woman, I'm a man. And we put away all that childish thinking, our childish ways. We know that's Bible right there.
Yeah, I think that we have to understand this when it comes to forgiveness. I think I love that you brought up that point, Truto. That was definitely awesome, bro. I think it's definitely important that the forgiveness thing is it has to be dealt with, because when you don't forgive, you allow people to have power over your mind. So when you're thinking in anger, you're thinking in bitterness, you're thinking about what they did to you, and you're not forgiving, then they have power over you. Because you're thinking, now your thinking is distorted by what can happen. See, if Joseph wouldn't have forgiven his brothers, then you have to understand that Israel. That's how Israel came into Egypt. They came into Egypt as a family, but by the time Moses came, they left out as a nation. So there was purpose behind it. But you got to be mature enough to see the goal. A lot of people don't see the end game. Sometimes you got to start with the end in mind. You got to start with the end in mind. See, you got to have a goal. So when you have a goal, you can't allow the imperfections of other people's emotions to hinder what God has planned for your life. Because you are the dictator of your life, because God don't take your free will. See, we want to blame the devil. We want to blame God, but we don't want to take responsibility, knowing deep down inside that we was responsible for a lot of things in our life. We dictate our life, but we do it by not applying proper decisions. So when it comes to forgiveness, when you forgive somebody, what you're doing, it's not just about just showing your humility, you're showing more maturity, because now you're not falling into the temptation of their emotions too. Right? If he would have fell into the temptation, like, man, I hate y'all, get away from here, then guess what? Now his dad not coming in, his brother Benjamin not coming in. Now you don't have Moses coming in to say, let my people go. See? It's deeper than that. Now Moses not coming through, let my people go, because my people never came because somebody got emotional and put them out. So that's why.
Amen.
So now you got to transition. See, that comes with the maturity. In us as men and women of God, kings and queens of the world, that's how we got to come when it comes to disagreements. We got to come to a level of maturity and allow people to have their singleness. It's hard to really interact with other people when you ain't healthy in your own singleness. We want relationships, but we ain't effective in our own singleness. And when you go to this place of incarceration, see, now it's a place for your singleness. Now it's a place of confinement. Now it's a place where you can actually sit down Be still. Because, see, that's what Jesus did. He got away from the people. He would go and be still. See, God told Moses to get away from the people, go on this mountain, and guess what he would? He had to be still. He had to get away from the people. So you got to get by yourself and grow. Get by yourself. Meditate. Get messages from God. Yeah, we talk too much, Truto. And that's why we're not. That's why we're not getting it. Because we're talking, but we're not getting it because we're not meditating and allowing God to actually get inside our spirit so we can handle things in a mature way. And that's why the households are being torn down, because we're being torn down by emotions. We're being torn down because of disagreements. A disagreement just means that my paradigm is different from your paradigm. The way you see life, I don't see life that way. But there's no need for us to get upset because we don't see life the way each other see life, right? So we have to be comfortable. When you're comfortable with yourself, you'll be comfortable with other people's paradigms. And that's when you start growing. And you go from your boyhood or your girlhood to now your manhood or your womanhood. Can I get an amen, Truto?
Amen. Amen.
Hey, Truto.
Hey,
man.
Hey,
you did it on that Dance Like You Holy, man. Dance Like You Holy, holy. Oh, what were you thinking about on that Dance Like You Holy, man? What was you thinking about, bro? You came with it on that one, man.
Man, you know, when I was sitting back writing that, when you blessed me with that, and you said, man, I want you on this. I said, man, what is it? Dance Like You Holy. Oh, man, when I first got to writing, my fingers couldn't stop. And all I could just think about was all of everything that was emotionally in me. You know, I got a line in there. I said, purposely ordained to carry the name, baptized in the joy and pain. But I'm not a slave. I'm turning the page, toss a car, breaking the chain. And really, that was my first line that I wrote for the song. And I've accompanied everything around that. And, man, oh, man, did I dance? We danced on that song, man, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to give people something to have fun to. Like, we always complain about the music, right? And so it's like, okay, well, here's something for you. This is definitely rated PG, and it's fun, but it's honest though, and it's coming from a perspective of an adult, a mature adult. So come and get a positive impact in your life and have fun with it, man. And that's what I wanted to do with the song. Just have a good time, man. Like, just let your hair down and just have a good time, man. That's what it was about for me, man. So I appreciate you getting on it, because it definitely was a blessing, man. It was a blessing. I had a good time with it, bro. So, man, let's go to a couple of more selections. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Can we have some more music? I want to hear me some more music.
Music, please.
David Benton. David Benton. That's what my mama named. David Benton. David Benton. That's what my mama named. Y'all say it, y'all. I want everybody to say, David Benton. That's what my mama named. What is mama naming? David Benton. Can we get some more music? Yeah.
Everything they do is in-house. In-house music group. Oh, yeah, we preaching this evening. Everybody is shining and glistening. We screaming while demons are whistling. Nobody is paying attention. We're preaching, nobody is listening. These judges ain't giving no bail. Building church houses in jail. Send you away for years, like on bread, molded and stale. Preaching, this is how they react. Nourish the scum like rats. The crumb from the table feed cats. And that is a natural fact. Young people strapped with them gats. They'll block 13 over back. The fact the gone ain't coming back. So represent with the tax. You rather do wrong than right. No. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Jump in the dark, look for the light. He's the way, the truth, and the light. There's too much heat on the street. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? Dreams are grand and living in anger. Some victims are innocent, pay the cost. Kill and pray to be the boss. I'm praying for families who had a loss. Because of your ignorance, people are sad. Grieving bereaved, the moms and dads, sisters and brothers, uncles and nieces. Weapons destroyed, rip bodies to pieces. Forgiveness you won't, worse than we should. Chose to do bad, you could've did good. After the fact, you humble yourself. Before a minute where even is 12. Vengeance is mine, thus said the Lord. Sharpen your tools, you rabbit your boys. It's all of your set, but now you regret your actions in lives, they ended in death. There's too much heat on the street. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? More of a culture thing when you an eagle. Can't compromise with the vulture brain. Stay focused, feeling hopeless. Living in a broken dream. Stay woke, don't stay broke. Hit it with the shoulder lean. Haters try to block a shot. Gotta hit it with a double clutch. Play the cards I was dealt. My opponents didn't shuffle up. Same rope that they try to hang you with. You with the double dutch. Throwing stones to hide their hand. And damn, I'll be sucking up too much. Hating me blood. People don't love enough. In the club, but they cut it tough. Mind don't want some other stuff. Something poisonous. Remind me of a buttercup. Knuckle up. Spiritual warfare inside every one of us.
No baggage, no, get on board. People get ready, there's a plane that's coming.
No Lincolnian Emancipation Proclamation can do this for us. No Kennethonian or Johnsonian Civil Rights Bill can do this for us. If the Negro is to be free, he must move down into the inner resources of his own soul and sign with the pen and ink of self-asserted manhood his own emancipation proclamation.
I'm only the king, dollars that I will never make. You an eagle, I told you that. Watch how fly the I can get. No doubt about it, I don't doubt about it. Surrounded by a lot of stress. Spirituality is plain hang go see. You still haven't found it yet. You can find it. I gotta remind you, look inside yourself. Are people dying? Gonna lack of knowledge, so you gotta apply yourself. The media, attractive violence, that's why you gotta doubt yourself. Resurrect, look for the facts. And don't lie to self. Does cry, but they crying for help. You're looking for better ways, better pray, you meditate, manifesting the better days. Some people trying to hold you down, you really the heavyweight. If they gonna hate, then let them hate. The spiritual levitate, levitate.
No baggage, no, get on board. People get ready, there's a plane that's coming.
Hey, we're back. Truto. It's not about religion. It's not about religion. It's more of a culture thing. Hey, yes, Whoa.
Hey. Oh man, hey, could you please now in between that, even though it's we playing my project tonight but man, we had to bust out, man, with one of your singles that's coming out because you are on the project. So we do want people to understand, we have other artists on Beyond the Fence. It's not just David Benton, man. So with that, your hook, could you say it for us? Because a lot of people don't listen to rap, and it's fine. But could you please just say your hook so people could actually hear exact words? Because your words be so powerful, bro.
Oh, that verse. Well, I wrote that one a while back. Put me on the spot. Yeah, shirt says here. People do it in church. Lord have mercy.
Matter of fact, just say one of your flows, man. I just want people to hear the words. Just say one.
Let me hit you with the anthem, right?
Okay.
What I got in my music, principle, purpose, so much that I use it. Bruises to prove it, no way that I'm losing. Sharpen my tools, exposing delusion. The BDF revolution. Wake up, ain't no more illusions. Constitute a union, we appreciate your contribution. Awaken a sleeping giant, define how bad it hurts. Conduct with metal touch. Magnetic connect, fire burst. Bring it together for a betterment. Bring it together, be better men. All of my people and children. Graduate, old school veteran. Take over the nation, Taliban. Hold up the world with one hand. True to the vision, it's intense. Looking and watching beyond the fence. Like that's the anthem right there, y'all. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Oh, man, the message was so powerful. And I like doing it like that, man, because people hear the beat and they'll understand how powerful the message is, man. So, man, I appreciate your contribution too, bro, to Beyond the Fence.
Man, thank you.
Man, so let's go back to Boys to Men, just the growth period. What do you think the growth period was in your life? Because like with Joseph, we say that once he, of course, we went back to his dreams, right? So he dreamed and he used his gift at an immature moment. But then he matured and used his gift and he had a different outcome, right? Then he had brothers, then he faced his brothers again, and it was a thing of forgiveness. So it took the maturity to forgive because he knew that he had a higher purpose. So I think a lot of us have to understand that we do have a higher purpose going, transitioning in family. So talking about a higher purpose in that transition, how do you look at that, man, when you look back from who you was versus who you are, and how can you apply that to be able to help that in people's lives? Because you've been through a lot, bro. Like, you're definitely an advocate to say this. So going from a boy to a man, how can you encourage someone, man, because you have been through something in that transition from going from your being a young man into who you are today?
Yes, I always said the beginning was the death of my father, and moving away. We moved from Kansas City to where we're in Humboldt, Tennessee, and that was the beginning transition right there. And like you said, it takes a period of time. From there, when I turned 17, the accident of losing my arm was the biggest transition for me, because things that I used to could do, I got to find another way to do it. So it definitely was mind altering. So now my maturity is coming in because I'm married at the time, and I have a newborn baby, and I just lost my arm. So my maturity, I start to look at things a whole lot different. And it was these experiences that I had leading up to that point in my life to where I truly start really wanting to be the best father I could be. I want to be a good father. That was my main thing. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good husband. So I started to, at that time, you know, I stumbled and fumbled, but I was always on track with getting better, making good decisions. You know, not just always as me. You know, me and you talk as I want to do things right, but I also want to do it righteous. Be righteous in my dealings and fair in my dealings, slow to anger, but quick to forgive. And it took years. It took years to get that growth and that maturity. And that took me from the adolescence of me at the time being a young man and changing my life from Kansas City to Humboldt without the king of the house, without my dad. I had my granddaddy who taught me how to use my hands, not be afraid of work. I learned how to stack wood. I learned how to work in the garden. I learned to do those things. And over that period of time, when I became a grown man in age, my maturity level was a little bit further than my age was. And that was my blessing through the things I had been through. And I really learned, David, how to apply it. Because I always been like a quick studier, a quick learner. I can learn something, but learning is a good thing, but when you apply it, you know, I started to apply that maturity to my life. I started to see my daughters looking at me and understanding my principles, understanding my rules of the house, and looking at me like, you know, my dad, you know, the maturity. You know how your child can look at you and see the maturity in you. So we want to be valuable because we already are valuable people. With the maturity and the experience that we get, we change our mindset. I start to love myself more. I really did. I started to take the chains off of my mind because you said an incarcerated mind. It's true. A lot of us, our minds are incarcerated. So I had to free my mind and free myself and start living by these principles, not just speaking a good word, but living it.
Yes, and that's true, Truto. That's very true, man. What we want to do here on Beyond the Radio, we do appreciate everyone for listening, and what we always love to give people the hard truth. It's never to really put no one down to make you feel that we just want everyone to know that you can rise above your situation. But we have to set a foundation and we have to set rules in place that really make sense so everyone can be in a win-win column. So going from a boy to a man is just a spiritual thing. It's spiritual, and it takes growth. And it takes experience, and it's going to take pain. You got to go through the pain to get through, you know, to get to your goal. And that's why Joseph, you know, he had to go through the pain of incarceration. Then he had to go through the pain of brothers who he loved. They got the same dad. He know it's healthy to forgive them, but he got to go through the pain to forgive them because he miss them. He love them. He see his relatives now. He haven't seen them in years. So he got to deal with those emotions all at the same time. But he dealt with those emotions because he knew that there was a goal. So we have to look beyond what's in front of us, and we got to look beyond that and go beyond that fence, allowing our circumstance and one another's differences to determine our outcome on our goal. A lot of us just miss we miss it because of inconsistency. We give up. Things don't go right, we go left, just like that. But we got to continue to endure, fight the good fight of faith. The thing is, faith we put so much thing on this big faith thing because of the mustard seed thing, and I understand what it was talking about, but we have to understand the faith. Do you have faith in? Look, we know God is God. Do you have faith in you? The Bible says things hoped for. It's a hope. Yeah. Evidence of things not seen. Only you see it because it's your thoughts, your mind. It's evidence of things not seen, but it can be manifested if you move forward with it. But only you can see the vision. We can share a vision, but I'll never be able to see your vision like I only see mine because it's spirit. And only I can see my own spirit, and only you can see your own spirit. But we have to respect each other's gifts and each other's spirits. And when you do that, you start having elevation. And when you stop talking so much and allow God to talk to you, then you start having elevation. And that is when you go beyond the fence. And when you go beyond the fence, that's when your transition went from boy to a man.
Amen.
So I want to say I love y'all. Shout out to the Beyond the Fence family. Y'all go check out that David Benton Boys to Men. It's on all digital outlets. Shout out to Shay Samuels, Will. Yes, shout out to Tony D on the radio. Y'all go check out that brother. Everyone, shout out to Kimmy Kim. Man, the whole family. We love everybody. Jerry Royce, Paula G, the family, Timberland. Yeah, it's a big family out there. We appreciate everybody and their hard work and their diligence in building the kingdom. And everybody doing it their way, and it's fine. But let's everybody keep them goals and let's exceed. Let's succeed. Yes. I love y'all. I see y'all next week. Y'all come back Beyond the Radio. Next Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are out.
We love you, boys to men, y'all. Boys to men.
Yo. It's your boy David Benton. Going Beyond the Fence. You know, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child, and I understood as a child, you know what I mean? But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Yeah, I went from a male to a mentor.
Good guy gone bad, I was never bad. Just hustling and grinding for what I never had. Sassy soul in my first pack, I never looked back. Baking soda and water, show me how to cook crack. Hennessy and weed, chillin' with the hood rats. Had to chill, ecstasy pills, all in my book bag, look. I did what I did as a kid, so stand down. Got caught with my pants down, now I'm a man now. Nobody fronted me, never asked for handouts. I was low key, never had to stand out. School of hard knocks, never been the class clown. This part of my background, I'm talking the facts now. People know me, considered as the OG. Emotions won't control me, immaturity don't provoke me. Look, because of the old me, I owe me. Troy G, JT, Big Brad was there to console me.
Yeah.
Up in the trenches with the killers and hustlers. On the realer, you can be a killer and still be a buster. Fed my pit bulls hard white, no cut on the butter. Turned against me undercover, now my kids gotta suffer. 10 of life, one conspiracy, no justice at all. They gave me 15 years, a homie claim he ain't mumble it all. I touched down, they realized I didn't fumble the ball. Staggered a little bit because of the fall. I didn't stumble and fall, kept my head up, educated myself. Heard my pit bulls growling, contemplating my death. I cried myself, felt like I was living in hell. My cellie told me to thank God that I'm living in well. To get a grip on yourself, live instead of exist, to make a better decision. Helping the children, put them in better position. Seeing none just listen, give them a vision, keeping them out of these prisons.